Okay. In the first thorn we looked at, the adjacent non-cutoff, white always had a simple plan, give check while attacking the rook. In this one, you also have a simple plan that gradually forces the defender from the center, as it is here, to the edge of the board. Let's walk through it. It's a 5-step move. First, we give this check. Now we give this check. Response is forced. Now we give that check. He could now play King c6, in which case you join your forces. That's the best thing to do, create a wedge. Against computers, definitely what he'll do instead is block your queen. And now move 4, give this check, he steps back, and you've made a thorn. The sequence of moves is likely to repeat because when you're defending, if you can form a rosette, forming the rosette is almost always the best thing to do. So that's another reason this is easier to handle for the defender. Forming rosettes is good unless they're alternating colors when you immediately lose. So black's best move here, form the rosette, and you repeat the very same sequence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Notice how he's gradually conceding space. Form the rosette. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now you can form that. You're actually better off playing the check on e8 and then forming the thorn against the edge of the board this way. Come up here and that way. But even if you go ahead and play that, see, now he's got a problem because he's getting very short on space. And he's mated, say. So it's no longer profitable to form that rosette. Okay, so going back to the top. There's got to be a quicker way up here. So it's this process. 2, 3, 4, 5. Form a thorn. And he forms the rosette. 1, 2, 3, 4, form the thorn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, form the thorn. And you gradually shove him back into a corner. But the defender doesn't have to buy into this sequence. Let's look at the overlap between this rosette, a cutoff rosette, thanks to the rook's line here, and the third rank and harassment type of positions. We can give this check here, and instead he can fall back. Now you can see the similarity to a third rank defense. Since the black pieces are already separated, it's reasonable for white to take the center of the board with his king and generally advance. So we go here. We've got an eye on the B1 square already for harassment defense. Go there, taking away one of the two central squares. That's a key theme in breaking the third rank defense. And he can form the rosette. This is just a third rank defense on the fourth rank. It's the very same process. You would oppose kings, and when his rook moves 1 over, you need to follow the same queen down here, forming a T approach that we saw in the third rank defense. Black also has the option of going here, so that when the kings go into opposition, it's a harassment defense. So this alternating rosette can also go, if you're the defender, into a third or fourth rank kind of defense, or it can go into a harassment. And of course, I always recommend harassment because that's one of the 3 hardest things to break. Black has one more option which is to go there. Again, it has the look and feel of a third rank kind of defense. So again, may as well oppose the kings. Right now there's no way to take away this missing central square with the queen, so just get the kings into opposition. Black, your move. So he's ready to turn it into a harassment defense. So we go there, and there you have it. So we're going to take both checking squares, b4 and e1. So he's going to switch to the opposite side. This is the most efficient move. This is from the harassment series. This is all about walking forward by walking sideways. So if he checks from there, walk forward, the checking square is already controlled, so he has to rejoin his pieces. And we've also got I have no idea why I included that line here. It is, however, worth looking at this. Instead of going king f4, you also have the option of playing queen e3. He can't pin the queen. That should be obvious. This uses some familiar ideas. Because we've got a discovered check going here, he really doesn't want to check from the side. Or the white king gets a free move forward that's going to make it difficult for him to reunite his pieces. So instead, if he goes there, don't play the discovered check when you can't move your king forward. Better to keep the queen hanging around and prevent checks. In this case, preventing the check on h4. Tossing the ball back to black. What are you going to do here? Well, that's an option. Okay, let's attack the rook. We've already forced the rook to get back close to the king. If we go back here, we also have a defensive option of getting out of the discovered check. Okay, maintain the opposition there. Of course, we get the check. Over here, the checking square is covered. So again, you've broken out of his attempt to turn this into a harassment defense. And we have, that is a really bad option. It illustrates what happens when black gives away the discovered check too cheaply. Okay. I trust that you can see he's already dead, but just to play it out, there's just no way to stop the mate. So that's a lot of material right there on handling the cutoff kind of rosette where the kings are neighbors. It very easily transposes into a kind of third rank defense or into a harassment defense.